Hi everyone, Bandanner here. I hope you're all doing well. Welcome to Stronghold Definitive Edition Demo. It's still in alpha, I think. It's like an early test of the game, and they released it as a demo so you could play along with it. Now, I'm sure there's a few people who come along to the channel who watch my videos that have either never heard of Stronghold or are simply too young to remember when this came out, but Stronghold was like a major game that I loved when I was a lot younger. And it came out in the very early 2000s. It was an absolutely fantastic castle building game. It had a great storyline and campaign. The reality is, a lot of the stuff is quite dated now. Games have moved on, controls have moved on. Thankfully, in the Definitive Edition, they have allowed you to switch to a more modern control scheme, using WASD to move around and things like that. That's very much appreciated. But I wanted to play through the hard mission today. The Hidden Lookout is really straightforward, but we'll do the hard one, as it is quite challenging. I failed it the first couple of times I tried it. But I thought, have a look at it, because I'm really looking forward to this coming out at the end of the year. And I hope some of you quite like the look of it as well.
With Lord Woolsack occupied and Sir Longarm on a mission abroad, you have yet to receive new orders, so you decide to march onwards.
The men you sent to the Rats' County failed to do their job.
Not my fault. I just gave troops. Rat told them what to do.
Silence! Reclaim the Rats' lands, or I'll rip out your tongue. I need to deal with the source of the problem.
The wolf's past is shrouded with mystery, and what is known of his history is mainly patched together from stories and unreliable rumors alone. This aside, it is believed that both of his parents died from natural causes in close succession, shortly after his 18th birthday.
So, when you actually play the game, you've got like a map of the UK, and you can see where the counties are that each person controls, and you're sort of working your way through them. That's the whole mission system, and I think you can do like missions that are slightly more aggressive in the original, if I'm remembering correctly, and some that are more economy based, so you have like a choice of which path you go down, so tailoring it to your kind of playstyle. So here we basically need to build up a castle. We're going to be attacked by the snake, and we're going to be attacked by the wolf as well. He's probably going to send some stuff at us. I won't put the difficulty up because even on normal I was struggling the first couple of times. There's like hints and stuff you can get. I mean, it doesn't really give us much here. It just says macemen are proved more useful than spearmen. So there's different types of units you can build, but we'll get there. Some of you will hopefully remember this fondly. There's definitely some rose-tinted glasses going on for me. It's so nice, you can zoom so far out. The maps are fairly small in this game, because it is quite old. But it's nicely done. There we go. So you put your keep down, you need to put a granary down, which will stick down over here, where we'll put our farms. We need lots of wood, so we'll put down, hopefully a few of these. There we go. 4 of those there. We'll stick one up here and one up here. And then I'm actually going to stick a few over here as well. Now there's various types of food. I'm going to stick down a couple of dairy farms further over this way. There we go. The reason for dairy farms is you need cows to make leather armor, and we will want that. The other thing we're going to do is wheat farms. Wheat farms are very good because it makes a very sustainable source of food. Just checking how much wooden stuff we've got left. Because ideally we want to put a couple of those down to start growing wheat. And then once the wheat's grown, they'll bring it here. And then we can put it into a windmill and turn it into flour. Just going to put down a couple of stockpiles. We'll wait for some more wood to come in. We should get plenty. We will need to put down under the house at least So you have to try and keep up with building houses and having enough food to feed everybody. So food is another thing that we don't have at the minute. What I am going to do is, when we get a chance, put down some hunters posts as well. They'll go out and just randomly hunt the deer and get us some meat. This is where the enemy will come in up here at this sign, if I can zoom in on it. There we go. So they'll come in there. Some maps have multiple of these. You can't build near them. So we can actually wall off a lot of this area and force them to sort of fight us at that point. You can also just build a wall around your actual castle if you want. I usually end up being a bit more cheesy and walling off half of the map. We have some weapons available. I haven't built the storage for that yet, but I will do soon. We just need some wood to start coming in. These guys have a long walk, but that is the closest set of trees other than what's already down here. Put a couple of hunters posts down. It doesn't matter where they go. They'll just they will walk across the entire map to hunt deer. Gonna put down a couple more of these here, just because it really is a high priority to get as much wood as possible, because everything initially costs wood. We need wood for quarries, we need wood to get stone, metal, and all of the buildings involved in production of weaponry. So we have some stone already, so we can put down the barracks. And we stick down an armory over here, perhaps. We need another house down. As you can see, you can very quickly go through all of this wood once you actually start putting stuff down. We need our windmill on the go now. Stick that up there on the hill. Doesn't really matter where it is, it's just it's quite small in its footprint, so we can stick it on top of the hilly bit. You just want it somewhere near this, realistically. And then we'll put down a couple of these as well. And they'll start cooking straight away as soon as they get some of this flour. These guys are finally on their way back with some more wood. Realistically, we need to start thinking about weapons. We need to start thinking about stone so we can actually build walls, because wooden walls are helpful, but they're not great. They're not ideal. And obviously we need to worry about money at the moment. We don't have a lot of food, so we need to think about giving more food and starting to charge more taxes. And then we all the time have to worry about the fact that sooner or later the enemy's going to come for us. So you're sort of racing against time to some extent to get everything in order. I will want more archers. So we'll stick down a couple of those. At the moment we'll just get normal bows from that, but they're still decent against what's going to come at us initially. We will struggle against swordsmen, but they're helpful against the initial stuff. For swordsmen we need crossbowmen, but we don't get that till later in this mission. Spoilers, sorry. There we go, we're getting more wood now. So you see there's plenty of flour there, so I'm going to stick down probably a couple more of these. We need to definitely think about a quarry. Just put a couple of those down We're out of workers, so we need a couple of houses down. More houses, more food. So that's the next worry, is that we still need more food. And we also need another farm. So it used to be, and I'm assuming it's the same in this version, it's about 3 wheat farms per mill to keep it supplied and running. We'll get a warning before the enemy turns up, but we also need people stood around here so we can convert them into troops. So we need to always have extra people stood around this campfire. I do like the graphics updates, because this was always a very fun aspect of the game, was you could see them doing all of the stuff inside the buildings. Yeah, I know. Food's a problem. Spending a lot of wood on that in a minute, but it needs to be done. I also need to think about building some kind of wooden gatehouse and a little bit of wall here, just so the archers have something to fire off. And anytime you're unsure, you can click objectives and it'll show you time until last battle, but there'll be multiple battles before then. There we go. So we got a couple more bows arrived in there now. We will eventually be able to put stone down everywhere.
Our granary stocks are growing, sire.
Fine, that's now growing. That's good. Now bear in mind that it's not just buildings that are using wood, it's also the guys that are making bows and things like that. So the Fletchers use wood every time they want to make a bow or a crossbow. The same as someone making metal armor will use bits of metal up. So we stick down another one of these just so we've got a full set down. We probably want to think about getting some metal on the go as well now. We sort of can't ignore it forever. So there you go. So that right there is we need archers. And we need to think about putting down that gatehouse now. So what I'm going to do is put a large gatehouse, just like this, and situate it down here. Yeah, it's got to be in the flattish area. Now, the enemy will 100% go out of their way to attack the walls first. Some of them will run past it, but we should be able to kill them as they go past. If you're ever unsure that you're hitting... Wait, where's the thing gone? There it is. I was going to say. You can make everything flat, and then you can see exactly where you're placing your walls. I'm literally just encasing them in that. There we go, that's better.
Troops are attacking. Weapons needed, sire. Archers, ready! My bow is yours. That's quite a run.
So you got a few seconds while they start moving up. And we can get some of these pikemen down as well. They're not going to be too useful, the pikemen, the spearmen. They're just... I should say spearmen, because you do get proper pikemen later.
We are on our way. Arrows ready. Leaving now. Moving off. Instructions. We are on our way.
Where are we going?
We await orders. Notch arrows. Leaving now.
You can dance around a little bit with your archers.
We are on our way. Finding targets. Leaving now. Take steady aim.
That's pretty much the attack over.
Soldiers are heading to the castle.
But there are more on the way.
We are on our way.
Always ready.
Yes?
You
Archers,
can select all the archers down here.
my boy's yours.
Is that gate not reopened? No, it hasn't.
Me
So
lord?
all of you, come and get in here.
Leaving now.
What'll it be?
What we probably think about doing is, now we know we're going to get some metal coming in and we've got a bit of spare cash. Let's put down another thing for metal. And we've got 320 cash, so we definitely want to put a tanner's workshop down. And then we can probably think about putting one of these down. This gets really expensive, you see. So if we stick that down, that's requiring metal, which is fine. But it's cost us a lot, so we need to increase that. We need to now increase that because we've got food coming in. And that's going to start making maces, so we can have some mace men, which will help against
Tell us what to do.
some of the enemies.
Off we go.
We're basically relying on our archers to do the hard work right now.
Instructions.
Now they should automatically shut when the enemies get near. There it goes.
Yes, my lordship.
Now these guys will die,
Even now.
but my intention is just to slow down the enemy. Because the archers will do plenty of damage to them. We just need to slow them down. We've got a small trickle of stone coming in. We will need more eventually. A lot of the wood's gone from here, you'll notice. So we're relying on these guys to bring wood down. So we probably want to put down
Not enough workers available. Not enough workers available.
a few more woodcutters up there. And then realistically, eventually we'll need to destroy some of these. And put down another couple of houses. We're doing well on wood at the moment, really. See, wolf soldiers are on the way, so this is where the issues start.
We await orders.
Because they are a real pain to kill. And even if we need probably 4 or 5 times as many archers to be killing them effectively, because they just really don't take much damage from archers. We can make people a bit happier by giving them a chapel, but that's quite expensive.
Grow steadily, sire.
I'm going to increase that to average taxes so we get more cash.
We await orders needed, sire.
There we go, we're finally getting some of that. And yeah, excellent. So now we can build a maceman.
What?
Now these guys run pretty quickly. They're not going to be that useful against the swordsman,
Orders.
in all honesty.
That's quite a run.
And the swordsman will... Yeah.
Doomed.
So they only send 3, and we're going to have to dance them around a bit. But they are quite nasty. And they will kill our lord. And that's the thing we can't lose, is the lord. But for some reason, the mission doesn't give you access to the crossbow before they arrive. You just get it afterwards. They've sent a bunch of units around here.
We await
You can
orders.
count on us. You can count on us. No problem.
Yes, we will know what it
Bash 'em, lads. Where are we? Always ready. This'll be easy. What'll it be? Piece of cake.
Yeah.
We're all a mace.
Obviously, archers close range are no use against any melee unit. See how these guys are just walking past?
Tell us what to do. Off we go.
I'm not going to be able to kill them, but I might be able to cause them to dance around a bit and follow my troops.
Yes, boss. Yes. Moving off.
I think we've got plenty of wood now, so we need to get some more walls up.
Can't place that there, my lord. Can't place that there, my lord.
We're leaving now. You can count on us.
We await orders. Archers, ready. My boy's yours. Me lord. Arrows.
See if we can get their attention.
Instructions. We await orders.
I just want that guy. There we go.
Yes. Archers, ready. What do you need?
Charge! Move! Move!
My boy's yours. We are on our way.
The huntsmen will also attack, but they're not very good.
Leaving now. Instructions.
Where are we going?
We await orders. Yes. Moving off. Archers, ready.
Always ready. Off we go.
My boy's yours. Me lord. Instructions. We are on our way.
What'll it be?
We await orders. Leaving now. Notch
As I
arrows.
say, dancing stuff around.
Yes. Moving. Archers, ready. My boy's yours. Finding targets. We are on our way. Take steady aim.
Thankfully, they're very slow to walk around.
Leaving instructions. Now. We await orders. Yes. Arrows. Archers. Ready. Boys yours.
Tell us what to do. This'll be easy.
Lord. Instructions. Not. We await orders.
You can count on us.
Yes.
Where are we going? Simple.
Just throw everything at them.
Archers, ready. My boy's yours. Finding target, me lord.
Need some muscle. Always ready. What'll it be? Piece of problem.
Instructions. We await orders. Steady aim. We have survived the
Good.
enemy's onslaught.
Not horrendous. Not great either. You do get little messages from them as well. So, plenty of wood now. So, let's stick down a couple more farms. Some more cheese coming in. Let's stick down some hops farms. That means we can produce beer and keep people even happier. Let's stick down one of these, because we'll need space for crossbows when we get them soon. I'm going to put down a couple more of those. As we will get an increasing number of...
Yes, sire. Archers, ready.
Tell us what to do.
My boy's yours.
Right, we should have... Yeah, we've got some proper castle walls now, so... We get some towers, just little square ones. We stick that down, and then we'll stick down a gate. We could do a large one. A large stone gatehouse. Because it does offer some protection if you use a large one, and then we'll stick down some wall. Just make that short, put the wall in there. You can give it proper portcullis stuff. We can have a look at that, there we go. And then we'll grab all of our archers and get them up here. And the enemies will eventually come with artillery and stuff as well, so you've got to be aware of that. Turned around a bit. There we go. So,
A message, Lord.
Here, take this.
there you go.
Crossbow design contained in these pages will help you against your new foes. We pray that it is enough.
So this is really awkward. Like, they always find ways through these stones, so you're better off walling off completely around it. Just to the edge of the map. And it kind of forces the enemy to go up that way. The AI is not... Sometimes they'll attack the walls, but they're not, you know, super smart.
A message, Lord. Sire, we should have our Fletchers build crossbows as soon as possible. We must be ready when the wolf's men return.
Yeah, so we need to put down some more of these. And I'm just going to stick them down here so they're really close to this. And we should be getting more of those coming in as well now, because we've got 3. We'll stick down another one.
This building has no labor, sire.
I'm going to destroy that, and that. Plus we've got enough wood now. I'm not too worried about that. We'll have a couple of breweries down here, and then we'll put a pub down as well. Stick down a couple of those.
We await orders. Weapons needed, what? Sire.
Here we go.
You can have a marketplace as well, and you can buy stuff. Stick that down just to demonstrate. So you can actually purchase food or sell it, and the same with wood and everything. Different missions will give you different access to different things. If you want to see all of the stuff, you just click the balance at the end, and it'll show you everything that's available.
Instructions. We are on our way.
In the original game, when you built walls and things, you could actually build it really close to this, and then when the enemies came in, it all vanished. I can't remember if they patched the original game to fix that. So we've got plenty more of the armor now. Reasonable amount of food. We can probably put down a couple more of these now. Because we've got plenty of flour. I kind of want to wall off all of this side. Just, again, I'm trying to encourage them to go into that funnel. That's the ideal situation.
Stone needed.
There we go. So we finally got a couple of these guys. We'll get them up on this.
Moving out. Moving out.
So crossbowmen hit a lot harder against armored targets, so they're good in that sense, but they fire a lot slower because they have to wind up the crossbow. So they have good points and bad points. I'm actually going to stick down another one.
This building has no labor, sire.
And I was going to stick down another house. We've got quite a bit of cash now, which is also good. So we can potentially stick down another one of those, and I think it's fair to stick down another blacksmith's workshop. We've still got stone coming in. We've got plenty of wood still. Finally getting plenty of hops. So once they're done making beer, we will have a much happier population. There we go. So it's plus 25 happiness. That's a lot. Popularity. Plus 1 from ale coverage. That must be a bug that says plus 25. I think it should just say plus 1.
Jump to
Those guys. They also move slowly. So you'll notice that the archers run around, because they're very lightly armoured.
We await orders.
And the mace men,
Await orders.
I suppose they have the leather armour, but they do tend to run around as well.
Our gold stocks grow steadily, sire.
Yes, boss.
Weapons needed, sire.
Yes, boss. What? All that way? Yeah.
Moving out! Moving out!
Yes, they kill the cows, incidentally, to her. So you will technically lose cows as they take them out of the field. So I think that might slightly slow down cheese production. I can't remember.
Granary stocks are growing, sire.
I'm a little bit worried about our food income at the minute. Just going to stick down another couple of those and another one of these. And a couple more of those. Just it looks like it's getting smaller and smaller. We are increasing the number of our people a lot. Children like to come out and follow the Lord around and play around the walls, incidentally. I don't think they can be attacked, though, thankfully. But they do hang around a lot. Right, let's do that and drag this all the way along here.
Seen a band
Go.
of Snake's troops heading this way.
There we are. So we've now got a wall all the way around, which is good. Again, it's really a lot easier just to flatten everything out. I'm glad they've kept this in, because being able to flatten the land out and see exactly where you're placing stuff really does help. Not enough for another tower. Let's get...
Weapons needed, sire. We await orders. Needed, sire.
Moving out!
Get all them in there.
We await orders. Yes.
Let's put more on the gatehouse.
A message from the snake. It's over, my friend. Let's face it. You've lost.
Not enough stone. Here they are. So they're going to build siege weapons of some description. It could be that they just build... Oh, they're not. They're building shields, basically. But they don't always use them very effectively. Once the gate's closed, you can't get on the wall. So it helps to have a set of stairs as well. It's quite slow to make a crossbow. So you gotta sort of plan and time things well. If you're on a wall, you obviously have a bonus because they can't see you as easily, and the arrows seem to interact with walls and towers and things. I think that might have been the last attack, I'm not sure. Let's have a look. Oh, no, no, there's going to be another one. I assume we will get attacked by the wolf.
Orders needed, sire.
Ready, sir. Moving out.
I want to put a...
A message from the snake. Not again.
There we go.
I'm sick of your persistence. Next time you will not be so lucky.
Fall in. Quick.
Let's move
March.
all these guys into this tower.
Shot. At the double.
Archers, ready. My bow is yours.
Jump to it. Attention.
Bit short on those now. Let's stick down a couple more.
We await orders. Me lord? That's quite a run. Instructions.
Need some muscle?
It's always good to have infantry in case they breach, or in case you need to go out and kill siege weapons.
Yes, boss.
So I will still make mace men.
What?
Because even though these guys should hopefully kill everything that comes towards the walls, they don't always. And if the enemy break through the walls, you're going to want a force that can respond to that. There's something so peaceful about the music in this game. And it is just, yeah, it just takes me back to my childhood, obviously. But it's fun in some of the missions where it's not combat based, just to go around and watch them do their little jobs. And you can't click on everyone.
Warning, your lordship. Warning, your lordship. Warning, your lordship.
They don't say a lot of different stuff, unless there's something happening. So if there's a plague, they'll talk about that. Otherwise, they're not too chatty. I wonder if they'll add more lines, to be honest, for the final release. Unfortunately, we don't get anything too exciting here. We don't get any, like... There's traps and things you can put in front of your walls, and pits and stuff, so you can set the land on fire, and spike traps and actual moats you can dig. So you can have your guys dig moats. I don't think... No, it's not an option here. But you can, like, mark out moats and have them dig it out, and then put a drawbridge on the gate and stuff. It's just not an option, unfortunately, in this mission. But there are obviously missions in the game you can do that. I can't remember how early on this is in the campaign, to be honest. But they are adding a second campaign for the Definitive Edition. So there'll be this campaign and then another one. Hopefully it'll all be fully voice acted and everything, because I always thought that was very good about this one. The Stronghold Crusader stuff was a bit... I don't know, it felt like... It felt more, for lack of a better term, half-arsed than the original Stronghold, because they didn't go down the route of having all of the proper intros to everything. It felt a little bit more like an afterthought.
Recruits needed, sire.
Oh, we're having recruit issues, so we need another house down.
Can't place that there, my lord.
Sir! Moving out.
Put these lovely people a church down, shall we?
A peasant is on
Or a
his way.
chapel.
Attention.
So again, religion keeps people happy, so if you check popularity, we'll eventually get something from religion as well.
Weapons
Attention.
needed, sire.
Shoulder. Arms. Quick. March. Forward.
We await orders.
You can also put down objects, so bad things and good things. So the good things obviously make people feel happy and have the detrimental effect of lowering their work speed. Whereas if you use bad things, assuming it still works the same, I don't think they'll change it. If you put down bad things, it scares people and they increase their productivity. And that's actually, again on here, fear factor. So, popularity and then efficiency. So, higher popularity will drop your efficiency in this situation because they're not scared of you. But if they're scared of you, it will push it up. but it is a very chill game. Most of the time.
Weapons needed, sire. Yes. That's quite a run.
You can spend some serious time just designing your castle on some of the maps, which is great fun. And you get all of the more advanced stuff, like you get bigger towers and you can put artillery pieces, you know, siege weapons on the towers that are bigger and man them, and you can have boiling oil to pour over the side. It is genuinely a really well thought out game. It is just, bless it, is dated. It is dated. Even with all of the updates and the graphics and everything else and the new control scheme, it is a dated game. You have to accept that. But it's going to be very well priced at just $12.99, which I think is a really good price for a definitive edition of this game with an additional campaign. I hope the additional campaign's good.
Orders needed, archers, ready.
So yeah, lots of these guys. But as you can see, they die a lot quicker to the crossbowmen. The archers will also die a lot quicker to crossbowmen. Now these guys, there's so many of them, I imagine they'll reach the wall, to be honest.
Shot! Ready, sir. Moving out.
I will say the audio of the combat and stuff is very loud. And obviously if you zoomed out, you hear everything. They probably need to do some work on the sound so that it's quieter when you zoom out. So you're not just hearing everything very loudly. Wow, they didn't even make it to the wall. I'm impressed. There you go. Mission accomplished. It is a very good game. There is a deer stuck on the wall. I've just noticed that. There's like a couple of them stuck there.
Victory.
Success! But yeah, I think it's due out in November, and I highly recommend, if you like this type of game, giving it a look, as it is November 7th. So I really do recommend giving it a look. It is a really, really fun game, genuinely. And I'm very much looking forward to playing it again. It's been many, many years since I played through the campaign. I've deliberately avoided going back and playing it after playing this, because I want to enjoy it from scratch again. And it's going to have Steam multiplayer, obviously, and the new 14 mission single player campaign. I really hope it's done well. I really do. Thanks for watching, everyone. Please do like, share, subscribe. Do check out Stronghold over on Steam. I'll leave a link down below.